Hi, Michael. Welcome to Only 5 minutes.
Hello. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity.
What silver price levels we may expect for this year and which consequences these prices may have on the PV industry?
Well, we think that the silver price is going to average around $23 this year, which is about 6% higher than we saw last year. And it's kind of in line with what we've seen over the last few years. We do believe they're going to weaken later in the year and that the market expectations will increasingly adjust to a belief that the Fed will not lower rates during at a 0.5 level during the rest of the year. So the silver price, like the whole precious metals complex, is looking at could have some economic headwinds. With respect to how this could affect the price of a solar panel, silver accounts for about 10 to 12% of the cost of a solar cell. And in the next 2 years, as N-type solar cells gradually gain market share, the higher silver loadings, of course, will account for about 14% of a solar cell. This should only last a short period, though, in our belief, as manufacturers begin to gradually lower silver loadings. And as such, taking a longer term view, we think this will eventually return to around 10%. And that's primarily because how cost driven the solar industry is.
Do you think this upward trend may continue in the next years?
No one knows what the price is going to be down the road. We think that the fundamentals of the market are extraordinarily strong. We think there is obviously a supply increase if some of these mines are coming back on the market after the COVID restrictions. And we have some political disruptions in countries like Peru and so forth. But, the supply-demand equation for silver is solid. We ran a deficit last year of over 250 million ounces. And this year we project that we'll have another deficit, smaller in scope, of about 117, 120 million ounces. But nonetheless, that's an important factor for the market. And of course, silver is not just an industrial metal, it is a precious metal. So people invest in silver sometimes for one or the other, or the duality of both.
Do you expect that there could be silver supply issues for the PV industry this or next year?
Well, I think there could be. Look, I don't know for a fact. In terms of getting silver to the market, we see a deficit, of course, but there is enough above ground stocks to meet the demand need. When you look at investment, for example, silver for coins and bars, that is being met. Silver for industry, which is needed for high tech and PV and other applications, it is being met. I have not seen or read anything that says that is not the case or won't be the case going forward.
And how much the PV industry is contributing to raise silver prices?
Okay, we think that the market itself for PV is going to increase by about 10 to 16 million ounces in 2023. And I already spoke to you about the deficit. We are positive about silver demand as a whole. However, we think that silver jewelry, silverware, and investment demand, primarily due to India alone, is going to fall back this year.
Do you think that current silver prices may be a stimulus for the PV industry to move away from silver?
At these prices, I don't think so. Not right now. But I do believe that they will always look to reduce costs. They've told us that as early as 2012 or maybe even before then. So there are some that say this is the case. I've actually read stories about how China may be putting silver on both the front and the back of the solar panel. We can't confirm that by any means, but we're hearing that, and I just don't know if that's true.
And is there currently any risk of silver mining disruption?
Absolutely. There will be no disruption. I cannot foresee an event. We made it through COVID. I can't tell you how many mines were shut down. Yes, we did have a decrease in mine production over a 2-year period, but as I mentioned earlier, these mines are back in production. We foresee a small 3 to 4% increase in mine production this year. We also think that silver recycling is going to stabilize. I mean, that's not going to be as prevalent as it was in the past few years. And that's a price-sensitive market. So if the price were to go much higher, you could see more silver scrap coming to the market. But at our forecast of $23 on the nose for an average price for this year, we believe that silver scrap supply, which is another component of the overall supply category, will be less than it was last year.
Our time is up, Michael. Thank you for your 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity again.